You see this? This doesn't make me a gardener. And that doesn't make me a carpenter. This doesn't make me a mechanic. And buying a fire extinguisher doesn't make me a fireman. Along those same guidelines, having one of these doesn't make me a gunfighter. You know, the problem with the industry now is, especially with social media, is we have so many people out there that have a couple years of experience, I think, because they have a gun in their hands and they know how to buy bullets because they're old enough. They know everything about gunfighting. What do I think about gunfighting? Let me tell you. I tell people that gunfighting is a little bit about a gun and a whole lot about fighting. Gun is just a tool, just like the other ones I just threw on the ground. The fact that you know how to pull the trigger doesn't make you a gunfighter. Gunfighting overall is a little about the gun and a whole lot about fighting. And fighting is a little bit about physicality and a whole lot of strategy and tactics. It's those things that make people win gunfights. The ones who can think calmly when things get ugly. How do you do that? Well, you can spend 30 years in the industry like me, working alongside of some of the greatest guys, some of the most awesome operators from military teams and police teams around the country, around the world. I've trained special ops guys here and on the other side of the world. And what is it? Experience. Experience and reality. You want a great instructor, you want to know about gunfighting, go to somebody who's been around it and understands it. Somebody who's smelled the powder, somebody who's seen the blood, somebody who's been part of killing to save lives. Those types of things, that's what gunfighting's all about. Overall, I hope that people take the time to vet your instructors. I have a great story I want to share. I met two young guys when I still had my office in Las Vegas. They were probably in their late 20s, maybe early 30s. They both told me they were SEAL snipers, and I believe that they were. They were nice guys. It's interesting, they wanted to start a company though. I brought them into my business, and they emulated a lot of what I did. It was flattery, right? They took names of my classes and put them into their company. They went to where my clients were and tried to steal clients. I knew they were going to do it, but they were young and I was moving to Montana, so I didn't care about it. But one thing I want to talk about with that is those guys went over to my partner who built holsters for a living, and they asked my partner to build him some holsters. And when he said, well, where do you want to carry and what do you want in a holster? And they asked for his input. And he said, well, how long have you guys been carrying concealed? And they said, never. Now listen, they're SEALs, and I have nothing but respect for military operators or police operators. I really respect the grunts, the ones who get no respect, kick ass, lay in the mud, fight battles and wars, and nobody says a thing about it or recognizes them. But the bottom line is, if you want to be good at being a gunfighter, vet your instructors. If you want to take a leap forward and not have to spend 30 years in the industry like me, find somebody like me that can teach you the things they learned over 30 years. I have the gift that God blessed me with to simplify all the things I learned, to expound on them, and to teach you how to win gunfights. Look for somebody like that in an instructor, and you'll do well. Thanks always for the support. Keep safe.